Episode 27. Well, hello there. You caught Hornet in the middle of trying to play a song for her good friend, Kenny. That's Kenny sitting on her left there. Unfortunately, she doesn't have quite enough silk to play the full song. It always seems to run out just too quickly. Them's the breaks, I guess. When do we get another silk heart, by the way? Got one at the very start of the game, as soon as we got a silk ability, but I guess there are still two more out in the world that are just kind of evading our grasp. I wonder how game-changing they would be. We could probably theorize about that, but probably best to just feel it out when we actually get the silk heart. After all, we know it'll just add on like one more bar and then a third bar to freely regenerate when we go down to 0. I wonder how that'll feel. And I also wonder what exactly this chair thing is, which would probably make more sense to activate the elevator from. Well, it'd be quicker at least. I think. Actually, at this rate, maybe it would have been faster to run over there. This episode, we're going to round off clearing up the white ward here with this last key. And I think that's the last thing we want in the white ward. And then right after that, I think we'll just head back down to the architect, or whoever it was. Buy that last upgrade and get that fancy key they mentioned. All of this assuming we don't go into some huge tangent with this scary looking chair or something. We do still have to meet up with Sherma after completing that quest, so hopefully this doesn't take too long. And as soon as I say that, don't know if the mic picked that up, thunderclouds outside gave a big thunderclap, as if an omen. I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, that does go to like a different section. I thought it might unlock the features of the chair or something and let us, I don't know, do something. Turns out we're going off on another tangent. Hello? Stop that. The Unravelled. No. Wait, please. It's so dark. That's not the Unravelled. Are these all the Unravelled? It's so hard to keep track of these guys in the dark. There's more. At least it's not dark. It's you. You're the Unravelled. Where'd you go? Okay, we don't want to stand in front of that. We need silk. These guys aren't too bad to deal with. I feel like we're entering phase 2 now, though. Okay. Damn. Right into it. We had the chance to heal. I just couldn't find an opening to heal. Those spears are deadly. This could be a problem fast if we use a lot of our resources like this. We have plenty of these. Maybe it's time to start dipping into them. Unfortunately, I think the fastest way is to ignore the elevator and just go through this. Do we want to change our loadout? That first try went okay, but healing in that last part, that was the problem. The buzzsaw is not entirely effective against the guys that are jumping around, floating above the ground. But I think we can deal with them on our own. I think, for defense, this helped a little bit, but we can do better, I think. Speed of binding, that might help. It did seem really hard to heal in that last segment. Let's try that. The poison is good for chip damage, I guess. But I want to go a bit more defensive than that. Maybe you'd go speed with warding or speed with multi-binding. I think since we don't know how speed works on its own, I think we just want to try speed with warding and feel how fast it is on its own. And then maybe later try out speed with multi-binding, since we know that there's a precedence for a strange interaction, you could call it, between these two tools, based on the way that Hollow Knight 1 worked with quick focus and deep focus. Do I want to try different offense though? This is good. The guy is on the floor, and lets us keep our distance and attack him when he rises up out of the ground, since we know exactly where he's going to do that. We could also do the drill if we get above him. But then he starts moving and I don't know how much damage this would do. We'll try the wheel again. And if it seems like we want to start saving on our resources, we could try either the brew or the file. An extra life would probably help out. And boss does 2 damage after all. Traps could be good against the ants. The attacks are really good, especially on this guy that'll be on the ground, who also sweeps across the ground. But I think I'll just keep on trying the buzzsaw for a bit. As for what would do the maximum amount of damage for the amount that you have on hand, I would have no way of knowing without experimentation, or looking things up from people that actually did the experimenting. So I think we'll just stick with this for now. As for utility, I don't think any of these will really help, so just these things that do actually help a little bit with mobility, if we can remember to use them. Let's try not to get hit on our way in. How do we get back out? Or can we even? Wait, how did we get in here the first time? Through the ceiling, right? It must have been through here, but that's like a one-way. So I guess we do actually have to take the elevator every time. You know, I was thinking about doing this at the end of the last episode. Just finish off the White Ward all at once. This might be a a significant portion of this episode, so I'm glad I didn't actually try it. The thing about all of our subsequent tries on any boss where our cocoon is, we get to enter with full silk, which significantly changes things, at least for the very beginning. Any last minute strategy changes? I can't think of any. We maybe want to clear out the ads with our fire as quick as we can. Okay, that's real unfortunate. That's super duper unfortunate, actually. Well, that's how fast it is on its own. Okay. Well, now we're back down to basically 0 silk. Okay, that's unfortunate. He recoils a little bit. Gotta be careful not to let him back up into us. Ah, that trajectory. Damn. Just have to be careful with distance. Sometimes he follows up with a move, sometimes he doesn't. He does have a telegraph though. More ads, right? That's unfortunate. Damn, they're not synchronized anymore. We're fine though. That's just 3 silk. Okay, where now? Right, the knives. They don't always go directly over us, so I guess that's good. Okay, that was wrong. That's wrong too. We're dead. If we don't... Damn. There goes our heal. More of these again. Damn. Damn, this guy's really juking me out at the very last. The problem is his telegraphs are, well, very subtle, I guess. It's pretty clear when he starts shooting the guys out, but once he does start shooting them out at the second phase, it's kind of hard to predict where they'll go. In the first phase, it feels like it's fairly simple enough to think that one's going to go high and one's going to go low. Then I guess in the second phase, he starts sending out 2 at once or not 2, 3 at once. It just becomes harder to track down. If I could... Maybe I prefer to parry instead. This is also good just for going through the guy. We typically want to hold on to our meter for healing, but if we can avoid damage, we could just have R1 as soon as we're about to get hit. Though I feel like most of the hits that we've been getting hit by are just just him bumping into us. If we walk a little too close or he bumps backwards or something. This one's also good because we can just go through him. And this does hit multiple enemies. This one does too. The niches are a bit hard to decide on. I think rather than cogwheel, I want to try trap. The text would be good against the boss, but not against the flying guys. Let's try the sting shard, I guess. We'll keep on the extra damage, maybe. But maybe I'll try this. Quicker attack speed. Yeah, it's hard to say. Even with the extra speed, I got kind of hit by the flying guys. I just have to position myself better. Let's actually try the counter. I feel like the counter comes out faster than the dash attack. Like there's a startup to the dash, and then you're invincible as you go through the enemy, for the most part, I think. And I've noticed before that as you exit the dash attack, you're still kind of invincible, sort of like a descending dark situation. We'll try to lay out some traps for the guys that come out first, and just deal with them quickly in general. This first phase with the darkness is pretty easy to get hit in. Damn, that wasn't what I wanted. I'm still pretty sure it does more damage if you actually let them walk into it rather than trigger it yourself. Okay, there's still some activation time for the parry. You can attack the guys that are flying at you, that's all them taking damage. Although the amount of damage they need to take before they go down is probably fairly high. Damn. I can never figure out what to do there. I guess I just need to jump or something. Just need to get as far as possible, I think. As soon as I see him doing that attack. Damn. And then this face. That's annoying. Better to be hit by those guys rather than the big guy himself. Just the top. Still the top, damn. Every time that top. That's how we do it. No. I got too focused on him. We learned some things there. The boo helped out a little bit. I think we might be able to do it if we have a little bit of the old lifeblood. I do have like most of it in reserve already, so... The only problem is that I just basically only get, and I've mentioned this before, I only get like what is it, 5 uses out of it? If we use all 5 the first time and then every time after that use everything from the reserves. The only problem is if I do end up failing the run, then this would have been a huge, huge waste, I guess. What to do? I think I do want to try it, just because I haven't really been using this one. And if I run out, then I run out. I guess that'll be okay. Alright. These did their job against the ads. Not the first ad, but that's just up to me. I gotta use it better. I wonder if using the poison with the lifeblood really is beneficial in some way. You kind of have to use it in the middle of battle in a weird way. Because it's just like a temporary thing, rather than, well, it's on a timer. Alright, let's prep. Don't want to lose any of this precious stuff at the very start here. Actually, the lighting changes in this part. There's a little bit more lighting than there was at the first part. Damn, already? Still hit us. Damn. Ah, the top again. We're actually dead. Damn. What a waste of lifeblood. I was using a lot of my meter on countering, Which avoided damage, sure, but it, put me in a pretty bad spot for healing. What if we... The traps are good and all, but what I really want is more silk. It's been a while since I put this on. I didn't really get a chance to heal last time. But how much silk per damage? Just like one hit gives us one silk? Doesn't seem like a fair trade. Maybe the double hits give us double silk or something? I don't know. We might not need the warding if we're doing speed. We could try this. And maybe... It would be kind of weird, but we could try the brew with the file. Because I was thinking about how easy it is to get silk if we attack really quickly. And while we're talking about loadouts, what about, like, something other than the hunter? Beast? No defense, so I don't think so. The Reaper would be easier to pogo on him, but he's just so big, I always clip over the top of him. These are basically the same, other than one having the slow, longer attacks. I think I'd actually prefer the hunter, though. How are we on... Okay, we're really low on shards. Yeah, I have been using them pretty liberally. Let's try this for once. And maybe... brew on down? I think I have an easier time activating the down. Oh. Like in the middle of battle, pressing down in R1 feels easier than up in R1. I guess the entire episode is going to be this. Or maybe I just clear it this time and the rest of the episode is going to be easy breezy. Right, gotta remember my silk. That might not be optimal, using my silk like that. That certainly wasn't optimal. I need this to form silk, not use it. Let's try not to get cornered here. Damn. Dart back down. Can we reflect those if we hit them? Maybe. I guess I haven't really tried that yet. Okay, I tried. We can reflect them. Or pick more phases. Okay, takes a bit more than that then. Damn. Ugh. Right into it. Everything just kind of fell apart at the very end. Oh, does that still use ammo? I didn't realize these used ammo. Since when do these use ammo? I thought they were on like their own reserve thing. This whole time I thought they were just like their own thing, but I guess they take up two currencies rather than one. Wouldn't have thought it. The basic strategy was there. I think there's still a lot of things that we can improve. Like with our loadout. One more try? One more try with this. Then maybe we try changing things to be a bit more offensive or something. Try to burn him down before he can wear us out. Oh, right. Huh. I forgot. Maybe multi-binding would be better than the fractured mask? There were some times during that fight where I tried to counter him, at least one time I can remember. I just didn't have enough silk. I grew a little bit too dependent on it for my basic strategy. And unless we have a way to get more silk, then I can't really do that. Okay, that's good to know. They go down in 2 charge attacks. Damn, that's not good. That's really bad. I was trying to use my counter. I didn't really get the timing right. This is awful. Every time. I can't do that from that angle. And then more rats. No, it was not the direction I was expecting. We actually need the silk, so no charge attack. Right. And then the spears. Gotta watch our silk. I didn't jump. Damn. Nope, not good. Oh no. I didn't realize that those spears do double damage. They're actually way devastating. Maybe something more offensive? And yeah, we're out of shards now. What to do, what to do? I think we're just all in, aren't we? We're all in on using this stuff, because I was kind of feeling it for a moment there during the actual boss fight, but I screwed up very early on. You could use this in the middle of battle to rather take damage from the parts that are harder and just not risk using it at the early parts of the fight. By some, I guess, arguments, you could say that there's no difference between whether you use it at the beginning of a fight or in the middle of a fight, so you might prefer to use it just at the beginning of a fight, but if you can get enough silk to heal at the beginning of a fight, then it might be easier to use this at the tail end of a fight if you're expecting a lot of damage coming from the tail end, specifically, like all at once, which is kind of what's going on here. We could maybe try that, but we need these. This is what they're here for, right? This is kind of our last chance for this. There's only 4 more in reserve, and 10 more for this one. I like the counter. I should have used the counter back when I was getting assaulted by the guy, and he cornered me into a wall. Sometimes I don't have enough silk and try to use it. Sometimes I have enough silk but don't try to use it. Try to split the difference. Unfortunate usage of silk there, and lost 1 house. No, that was early. Damn. Damn. That's no good. Now this is a moment where it would actually be beneficial to heal if we lost normal health and save the file for... save the lifeblood for this part, where everything does 2 damage. Ah, right in time. We gotta save some for healing. Damn, cornered me. No, no. It's over. I'm not giving up though. No, that's bad. Oh, that's real bad. Try not to take any more damage here. Okay. Bad. Okay, right under me. It's over. Just one bad trajectory and we're done. Ah, I jumped. I did jump. But I jumped too low. I released the jump as soon as I jumped. Okay, well this isn't working. It becomes too much of a battle of attrition at the very end, so I think I need to actually go more offensive. Unfortunately, I burned through all of this junk without really making use of it. Part of the problem is that I'm going for the charge attack, which is optimal, kind of. But we're not getting any silk out of it, so... I don't know. Well, we don't have to worry about that same strategy now because it's kind of moot. We can't go for the lifeblood and the brew is pretty much running dry at this point. I don't think I can go all the way back down just to refill on both of these things, so... Guess we're just kind of stuck in using whatever we have available. And this might be the moment where I actually completely run out of shards or something, if I keep on going at this the same way. I think the brew can stay for one more. We'll try the tax. The offense from the poison might be a bit better. We might actually want 2 offensive things rather than to have the brew. Maybe the flint slate. Reverse that, actually. I think that might be fine. No more lifeblood. Very annoying. I mean, we could do just 4 of these and then... But with the poison, no. I guess we'll try this. Maybe double focus instead of quick focus? Nah. Could something be better than the Hunter here? I previously considered Reaper. The attacks are slower and the guy kind of disappears really quickly. But then you build up more damage with the focus on the Hunter, as long as you don't get hit. And for a very long time we just try not to get hit, don't we? A bit too late on the activation. It does go by a lot faster like that. Might as well. Oh right, spears. I always forget. Damn. Damn. This'll be a huge waste if I end up dying like this. Okay. It's as if I learned nothing through my previous attempts. Damn. It's over. That was fast. We're gonna waste a lot of our materials if I just die, so quickly. The first part was clean enough. I probably shouldn't have used the silk during the ad phase, if I just wanted to heal 1 health even. Or maybe that was a good use of silk, I don't know. The spikes certainly do their job. Damn. Go in with 0 damage. That's the hope. That was not the right move. Does this guy actually not get poisoned? It's beginning to feel like that. No. Unnecessary damage. Yeah, we just gotta go for more normal attacks. Those are the ones that give us Silk. I can't do that so close to the wall. Might be safe all the way up here. Not from the spears though. Damn, he stopped right in front of me. Ow. Damn, what a waste. I got way too aggressive in those last few seconds. I thought to myself I would use this, use the flint slate here. And that kind of encouraged me to go on and attack, and then I just took too much damage all at once. I don't actually want this. I thought I might use it on the ads or the boss. I'm not sure how much the poison is actually doing, though. It doesn't feel like he's staying poisoned that long. Like, I don't see him ticking off, or at least I didn't internalize it if it was happening. Maybe it's time for speed multi-binding. Let's try that out. I would have preferred to experiment with this on, well, anyone out in the main world. I guess we're doing this, though. The attacks handle below pretty well. More traps. We know exactly where this guy's gonna be. And we don't really have to worry about the ads that much. Or maybe the drill after all. No, wait, his helmet is guarded, I remember. Could be the cogwheel, actually. That does do work. But this would be another thing that only works on grounded guys. And I don't really think I have to attack the guys in the air, so sure, why not? Okay. Changing our strategy a lot. Other than really changing our quest, we haven't really changed that. I got a good feeling about this one. And I really hope it pays off, because we're kind of over time for the episode. And I didn't do anything but fight this one guy. I guess this guy's taken the award for the boss I've struggled with the most. Oh no. Alright, well now we know how that works. That's the wrong way. I guess the saw goes around, so it's probably fine. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Probably shouldn't say that. But it's true. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Always speaking too soon, eh? There we go. Just had to be a bit more offensive. And would you look at that? I think I was actually talking about this at the beginning of the episode. How nice, though. How nice a reward for such a tough boss. And it makes sense, because it's all about Silk, this white ward. Find them all. Their memory. They are ours, bound forever. Okay, there's our second Silk heart. 2 whole meters regenerating. I feel so powerful. What's all this then? There's even more white ward? I think I've had enough white ward. No, this is the underworks. I've also had enough underworks. A palm cylinder? Metallic cylinder of Citadel make, etched with a recording of sound. The cylinder can be played in a gramophone. Okay, not something we sell then. What's this? Oh, I know what this is. It's the confessor. The automated one. I guess they had to keep up appearances for whatever small amount you could see of it. Yeah, here we are in the upper reaches. I guess, could you have entered the white ward this way? This was here all along? And what happens now that this is broken? Sure. I'm feeling generous. Speak confession. You sin cleanse. Return work begins. Farloom never forgiven. Yeah. Farloom never forgiven. And over here. The other side of the light? Yeah, that figures. It felt like the light of the outside, but no. It was all for this. All for the psychological manipulation. Well, it worked. Well, I'd hate to pay for this. But we are kind of well over on time, so, sure. If there's one thing I'll never forgive Fartham for, it's for inventing benches that you have to pay multiple times for. Even Hollow Nest wasn't that bad. Now would be a good time to take a break.